Hey, hello everyone. Paint with Rick. I got a 12 by 12 canvas here. I'm going to do an acrylic painting. And I'm going to use a filbert brush. I'm going to start by putting some underpaint up here. Basically, I'm just dipping in water and grabbing some paint. And I want to put a coat of gray up here in the sky. And have some kind of underpaint up in there. Doesn't have to be perfectly filled in. I'm going to grab a little white and lighten it up at the horizon here. I'm going to do a quick painting for you with probably just this brush. The whole painting with one brush. So far I've just used gray, dark gray and white, and I'm just kind of lightening it up down here with titanium white. And I'm actually going to throw the mountain in now. I used that dark gray that I started with up there to throw. Well, I'm going to offset the mountain just a bit. Let's throw in a cool mountain back here. Put a lot of peaks on it because it's easy to put snow on these mountains. It's better to have a lot of peaks so you can add snow on more peaks up there. There's our mountain. This painting's going to go fast. You can kind of just watch and see how I do it sometimes in acrylic. I do it a lot of different ways, but this way is pretty fun. I'm just trying to lighten up the bottom of the mountain here. I think I'm going to put water in here today. I'll put a river coming from here to the side here. So I'm going to throw, this is the color I'm going to use in the sky. I took a picture today of the sky in Seattle to get the right color blue of the sky. There's our river. I'm going to lay some very light color in the back here so we can, our trees show up better when I put trees over here. So I took, this is just yellow ochre with a little brown in it and a little alizarin crimson, just to get my underpaint done here. I'm going to lighten up the back here in the distance. Alright, almost done with the other paint. Down here I'm going to put a, believe it or not, a light green down here. Then I'll have some dark bushes on this light green color. I'm going to mix a little yellow ochre in it as I'm putting it down to get some different colors in there, different tones. And what I'm going to do is like wipe my brush off with a paper towel and kind of blend this in now. Lightly give it a blend. It's looking pretty good. Let's put the sky in now. I think that that gray's probably dry. It might not be. So let's do that. Let's do the snow on the mountains first. So today I'm not going to pull any shade colors. So what I'm going to do is just put some snow on some of the peaks up there. It's like summertime now, so all the snow in Seattle's melting, so there's not much left up there. So I'm just going to hit some of the the places where I think snow would be in the springtime here. Just like that. No, I'm just going to leave the mountain just like that. Real simple today. And I'm going to use that light blue now. And let's put some color in the sky now over the gray. When you put it over a dark color, it really changes the look of the blue. So I'm dipping it a little bit into water so the paint runs further. I'm not trying to cover all the area. I want some of the maybe the gray to shine through. Now I'm going to grab some titanium white, just a little, and pick up some of the blue down here and bring it down to the horizon here. Little titanium white. This will end up looking like clouds down around the mountain. Pretty easy way to paint, but it's fun. You can really get a cool design on here. Let's I think it's dry enough to throw some clouds up there, so I'm not going to wet the paint too much. Let's put a few clouds down here, and I'm just going to stamp them in. I'm going to put small ones down here at the bottom, and then I'm going to probably put some highlights in these clouds with the same blue that I used. I'm going to put a cloud here coming in on the side so it looks like it's in the foreground. Stamp it out. Let's pull some of it out. Make it look like it's blowing in. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to pull the bottom of these clouds as well. Just a little. Very good. Let's put a cloud going all the way from the top to the side over here. This is still a little wet here, but that's all right. It'll mix with the blue. Let's pull this one to the left, just at the bottom. Very good. Pretty easy. Just going to put a big one right here in the middle, and maybe one coming across that one there. Cool. All right, let me pull this cloud and pull this one. Make them look like they're blowing. Now what you could do is grab some of that, a little bit of that blue from the sky, and let's try and put some different colors in here on the cloud. Maybe hit some of the tops like this with blue. Just to change up the color. Very good. That looks cool. That's good enough. I really like that sky. If you got a dark area that you don't like, just put some more blue in there, okay? But let me see how this looks in the frame. It's a cool looking sky. I like it. All right. Now I'm going to put some trees across the back here. I have some sap green and brown mixture. I'm going to put a little white in it, or blue, to lighten it up a little bit. And what I want to do is have, I want to have some distant trees back here. So I'm just going to kind of push in some color all along the back there. Wipe my brush off, and I'm going to pull at the bottom to the left. Just like that. Create some green grass underneath there. I'm going to put a little bit of titanium white on there and run it at the back of the trees, okay? Then hit it again so it blends in to lighten up that grass a bit. I like it. Now I'm going to run some trees down this edge here, all along this edge. I'm going to run some, they'll probably end up being trees down here at the end as I get bigger. I'm going to try and leave some of the color in there. So just stamp in this, this is a sap green and a brown mixture. And I'm going to bring it down to there, and then I'm going to pull it just like I did that one up there. So wipe your brush off, and at the bottom, get a little water on your brush, and let's pull this to the right. I don't have any retarder in this, so it dries pretty quick, but that's all right. You just got to hit it a little bit with some water. Then you can move it, see? So these are going to be distant trees across the water. Let's put some yellow down. I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to glaze this with yellow and brighten it up because our sun's coming from the right. Let's put a tree over here. This is all pretty good here. I like it. It's pretty light, so I'm going to put a evergreen tree here. I'm going to use the filbert brush. Just wet it a little bit. I'm trying to go fast on this one. I'm going to use a filbert brush to make an evergreen tree here. Just going to stamp in my color and shape a tree as I come down. Okay, real easy. And I'm going to do another one right beside it, a little smaller. Just stamping it in. That's enough because I don't want to cover this up back there. Now take your brush and wipe it off again, and let's pull some color to the left underneath that tree. And we'll create some new color down here. Okay, I'll create like a hill right here. Looks cool. Let's see where I am. Time 14 minutes, not bad. Let's try to glaze this now with yellow. So clean your brush off with water. Just using the same brush. It's a filbert number I believe it's a 6. It's kind of small. This is a 12 by 12. Wet your water a little bit. your brush and grab some yellow, and let's run yellow at the bottom of these trees all the way down. Okay, because the sun's really hitting down here. I'll brighten that up a bit. Let's take some yellow, same yellow, and run it underneath your distant trees here in that grass one way there and over here. Lighten up that color back there. This really looks cool. I really like it. I'm going to run some bushes now here down the shore with that dark color that I made those trees with. It's a mixture of sap green and burnt umber. Now let's imagine a bush right here in the front, okay? And then now they're going to keep going down the water, and then they're going to get smaller back here, okay? Now this time we're going to wipe the brush off and we're going to pull our color to the right, just underneath the bushes. Just pull it to the right. There we go. We got some nice bushes there. Now clean your brush off and get, let's use yellow again. And where you just pulled, put a little bit of yellow. Leave some of the dark green behind it. Just like that. Looks good. I'm going to lighten up this hill here with some yellow. Alright guys, I'm really liking this. I'm not going to go too much longer, and you can add whatever you want in here and play around, but this is pretty easy layout. I'll list the colors that I've used. They're very simple. They're just earth tones. Okay. I want to line my shore with some water here. This might take some time, but try and keep your brush horizontal with the painting and pull some white from the shore out. Keep it horizontal, and then back here just get smaller and smaller. Okay, and that looks good. Just put some water coming down and put a little bit out in here. If you keep your brush horizontal, it'll look good. I'm just trying to go fast. That looks pretty good.